Good morning. So, this is one of those mornings where I was just running around like a chicken with his head cut off. And for no real good reason. It's just one of those mornings. So, I am glad that I am not forced, but I'm glad I have a reason to just stop. Drink some coffee. It's just funny how some mornings I just can't slow down. So, each morning when I do this, I listen to the riffle of the cards and I take a breath. It's a very soothing sound to me. Sometimes I'll just sit here, not even thinking about it. Just riffling the cards. So let's see what the universe has for us this morning. Take a couple more deep breaths. Let myself relax. That is how funny how some mornings we just can't slow down or get in tuned, or somebody has set the clock like 5 minutes faster while I was asleep. I think it might be gremlins. Okay. So, I'm going to take my deck and I'm going to split it into 3 piles. And each one of these piles is a different thread. And each one of these threads is going to pull on the universe in a different direction. So if I pull on this thread, we're going to have a different conversation than if I pull on this thread or this thread. So this morning, I'm going to pull on this thread here, see what conversation's in this card, because it seems like whatever's going on is right on the surface. It's just one of those mornings. So, I'm going to do my 3-in-1. Let's see what the universe has to say this morning. Right off the bat, we start with the Devil card. The 8 of Swords. And the 4 of Cups. Okay, so before I even flip over the advice card, let's take a look at what we have. So, this week has been about self-will or doing things right, taking responsibility, taking control for situations in a good way. And today we have the Devil, which I always call it the self-will run riot card. This is the card where it means harming ourselves or others. It can be the things that we do that are negative, that can affect our lives, affect other lives. Those things that where we're not taking other people into consideration or ourselves. The 8 of Swords. So with the 8 of Swords, it is about creating a mental state around yourself where you feel like there's not a lot of choices. You know, when you're at work or you're someplace and it just feels like things are not in control and you just feel like you're boxed in, when all reality, and that's what this person is showing here in the cage, when in all reality you can see that the cage is actually open at the top, but he's looking down. It's one of those things where we could actually just, if we opened up our eyes and step back, we could see that we could just take the 3 steps and get out of the situation. We could take a moment to walk outside and take a breath. And the 4 of Cups. So 4s are about stability. 4s are about, they're about being solid. In the Rider-Waite-Smith with the 4 of Cups, which is a particular tarot and the one that this one's based on, it's about taking things for granted. Friends, emotions, relationships, things like that. Because, things are stable. You lose that concern to try and always do something nice for somebody because, let's face it, in the beginning we want to be that great and wonderful person, and then after a while, people start getting on your nerves, and you may not even realize that you may be taking advantage of somebody. You're bored. So what I'm seeing here is that being in this cage where feeling like the anxieties and things like that are all around us, we're not seeing the things because you can see that they've got their back turned on the devil. We're not seeing the things that we're doing. And that's what's leading us here to feeling that self-imposed anxiety and not seeing what's going on. So today I'm wondering, what have I turned my back on that's causing me issues, that's causing me anxiety? When in reality, it's all under my control. So I'm going to flip over the final card here, which is the advice card. It's the Queen of Cups. So normally the Queen of Cups is the queen of empathy, the queen of, so queens are just a strong, emotional character. Male or female, in the cards, it doesn't matter. It's about that strong emotional bond. It's about feeling the feelings, allowing yourself to feel the feelings, and having the strength to choose to feel that. She's very empathetic, and she can be very passionate, but it's showing that the card is reversed. And so that a queen who is over emotional, a queen who is, and it could be, anybody. Again, this can be male, female, whatever, but think about those times where our emotions are just right at the surface and we're feeling bad, we're feeling depressed, we're feeling closed in. We can snap at people like this, and it's their fault. When in reality, we have to assume responsibility for our own anger and our own actions. So what I'm seeing for today is that I'm not seeing my part in what's going on today. And that I've chosen, and I'm going to say that because it's a choice, to instead just wallow in those feelings and isolate myself with those feelings and not share those feelings. And I need to turn this queen around. So the advice is that I can share those feelings. I can ask somebody for help with those feelings. Maybe we know somebody who is like the queen, who is empathetic, who we trust. we don't have to feel those feelings. And I need to remember that today as I'm going into the office, that if I start feeling isolated, if I start feeling like I'm trapped, that, because of ADD or whatever, it's like if everything just starts weighing too heavy, it's like I would rather get on Facebook. I think I'll just spend some time there, and all that's going to do is make me feel even worse. So maybe I need today to talk to the Queen of Cups. Just could be a teammate and say, you know what, I am just going to struggle today. We've got all this stuff going on at the office. We've got lots of things going on. And maybe I'll just pick a teammate that I do know and trust, and offer to give them a little extra assistance today to get out of myself, because it's not always about me. And in return, accept that, maybe I could ask them for help. Maybe I don't have to take everything on today. I don't need to let myself feel isolated so that I act out on all my negative traits and feel. Let's just look at this 4 cups. I don't need to feel isolated. And in reality, she's got her back turned on the goose, and it's like that goose is actually, holding something. It's holding, shading this person, offering assistance, and the person's back is turned to them and they don't even see it. So today, I believe that what the cards are saying is that we need to pay attention to our negative behaviors so that we're not isolated today and feeling like we have the world on our shoulders. And we can do that by either being the Queen of Cups, which is going out and offering assistance to other people, which means that we have an excuse to talk to somebody in the office or a boss or somebody, or we be willing to go to the Queen of Cups and, again, accept what they have, let them know, somebody that we can be honest with, and just realize today's the day where, maybe I just need to allow myself to take care of myself, because that's what the Queen of Cups would do. Today I'm going to take care of myself. So I'm going to take that to work with me, and I'm going to think about that and what it is that isolates me, what it is and how I react negatively to that, so I can avoid all of that. So, with that, thank you very much, and I hope you get something out of this.